Are we having a home birth or a hospital birth? Home birth.
No, we're not. Hospital birth. All the way, hospital birth.
What's up, YouTube? We are in the park. We are about to do a Q&A. We said last video we were gonna do one about the pregnancy stuff. A lot of you guys have been messaging us questions and things like that. So we decided to do a full video. You guys left a ton of questions, some really good ones too. We were reading through them on the way here.
We got a lot written down. We're gonna try to answer all of them.
Yeah, so super beautiful day here in New Jersey. It's been like blazing hot this whole week, and today for some reason we caught a little bit of a break. So Katie and I were like, let's go on a picnic.
Take advantage of all the good weather today.
We're gonna set up the picnic and then we're gonna answer your most asked questions about the pregnancy. All right, guys, we are all set up here. We got the food, we got the blanket. Katie's already starting on me. I cheated a little bit, got Chick-fil-A.
You did cheat big time.
We got some more snacks, got some drinks, things like that. Before we started on the Q&A, I wanted to show you guys a super cool backpack thing we got. Check this thing out. I'm gonna show you more about it. It is such a cool backpack cooler. I've never had a backpack cooler. I've had obviously regular coolers before, but they have...
This is a lot more convenient.
Backpack coolers, they've got tote coolers, they got other things like that. Super cool outdoor brand. Really, you can use it for anything you want. Beach days, hiking, picnics, all of the above. I actually took it out golfing a couple weeks ago, so I mean, you can use it for really whatever you want. It can hold a lot of things in it. I believe it can hold 30 cans.
Yeah.
Right. They got a pocket here for utensils, which in our case is great for
like
the
snack.
picnic. Now they
have another little cooler up here too.
Yeah, so, I mean, guys, you can check this out. It's got such a cool design. They have other designs other than this one.
They have like totes and they have like small coolers.
Right.
This one's my favorite. It's still a good size, but it holds a lot.
And I carried it, I mean, not super far, but I carried it across the park and super comfortable, easy to carry. It's got some great padding for the shoulders, things like that. Great quality. Definitely recommend. It can keep things cold for up to 20 hours. Easy to clean. And again, like you can use it for anything, multi-use, and they're super affordable. If you guys are interested in getting one, I would highly recommend. I'm gonna leave a link in our description below and you guys can get 25% off. I think it's that time. We brought our own Dr. Pepper. We've swapped out the water.
And it's actually like freezing cold.
Not the healthiest move, but the carbonation I think has been helping Katie throughout this nausea. So
when you're pregnant in the first trimester, the doctor literally said, eat anything you want, drink anything you want. Like at this point, we just want you to eat and drink and try to keep it down. It doesn't matter what it is. And then we'll work on diet in the second trimester. I'm
not kidding. This morning, I sat down, she had made me like a chicken panini. She comes and sits next to me. She had a cup of Dr. Pepper and a pumpkin cupcake. I was like, this is hilarious. Anyway.
Last night, all I could keep down was pumpkin cupcakes, so.
It's how it is. So some of your questions have to do with the diet, cravings, things like that. So why don't we just jump into it? And again, here are your most asked questions about the pregnancy. All right, guys, we are all set up here. Hopefully you can hear. We actually got a new mic to hopefully improve the sound quality. I got some of the questions here on my phone. I'm gonna ask as the question person, I guess.
Oh no.
Because most of these are directed at Katie anyway, so this is gonna be good.
I'm not the biggest talker, so this might be a little.
Well, this first one applies to both of us, okay? A huge question, are we gonna do a gender reveal? Are we gonna find out the gender of our baby?
We're doing a gender reveal in September. My parents are coming up, some of the siblings are coming up. We talked about not finding out. My parents never found out, but it's our first kid. I kind of want to be prepared, like know what I want to do with the nursery, stuff like that, and like have names ready. So we're gonna find out. Maybe on like the next kid we won't, but for this kid, I gotta know.
For this one we are, and a side note to that question, probably like 100 people commented on our last video and were like, that is for sure a girl because it's beating at, I guess we mentioned it's beating at 157 or something. So we had a doctor's appointment yesterday and I asked her about that because I was like, is that true? Like we can just cancel the gender reveal if that's the case. But she said at that age, all of the babies, no matter gender, are gonna be beating high 150s to 160. So
I will tell you guys though, I did the Chinese ring test, and the Chinese ring test says it's a girl.
Her sisters, her mom, she had my mom do it, my cousin.
And it was right every time.
I'm not sure if I fully believe the Chinese ring test. It seems a little mystical. Is that the word for it? To answer the question, we are doing the gender reveal. Question number 2, this is a quick and easy one. When is the due date? Well, I say it's quick and easy.
It's actually not.
It's not quick and easy.
Okay, my official due date is on March 4th.
Are you eating my sandwich?
Just a few bites.
She eats all
Official
my
due
food.
date is March 4th, but the doctor is not really sure right now because of the blood thinners and things like that. They're talking about potentially inducing a little bit early. So we're kind of saying end of February or early March is when the baby will be here. We don't really know yet, but somewhere around there.
I was hoping for like March 8th because that's my
his
birthday, but I don't think that's a possibility.
Some people go late.
I was late. I was a late baby, and I was a big baby.
My mom's biggest baby was 7 pounds and 14 ounces.
Your sister's babies are like very, very
They
small.
are smaller. Usually a lot of them come early. My mom always came like a week or 2 early.
March 4th is for now the due date. This one ties along with it. How far along are you?
I'm like 12 weeks and a few days. So supposed to be done with the morning sickness soon.
Guys, this is a big one. Baby names. We do talk about this quite a bit. We talked about it early on a lot, and then we kind of were like, we'll just think about it, keep our eye out for cool names, things like that. But
I have a list on my phone where I wrote down like, I have a boy and then girls list, and I wrote down a few names, but we haven't actually found one that we're like, oh my goodness, we love that name. So we're still on the lookout.
Katie would like to have the name sooner rather than later once we find out what it is.
Yeah, I want like once we find out the gender, I want to have the name like and have it all. But at the same time, like I'm picking a name that this human is gonna live with for the rest of his life. I want him to like it and like it to be like a good name. So it's like a very big decision. Like you're literally naming a child.
I will say this, if it's a boy, I don't want a Travis Jr. That's one thing I know for sure I don't want.
Maybe not Travis, but I would like to incorporate like a middle name. Like his middle name is James.
Like
so I would do like a middle name or like a grandparent's middle name, something like that. I like incorporating something like that. Maybe not a first name, but a middle name.
James was passed down through my side of the family, so I wouldn't mind keeping that with one of the kids. I guess it would have to be a guy. You could name a girl. No, I know a girl's name.
James is a very popular girl's name.
For a first name?
Yeah.
There you go. Anyway, we're throwing things around. Okay, this question I didn't even realize goes right along with that. Are we going to announce the baby's name when we decide, or are we gonna wait till it's born?
I think once we fully decide, we
I don't
probably
know why
announce
we want
it. I probably will not be able to keep it in. I cannot keep secrets. Keeping a secret from you guys that we were pregnant was like the hardest thing ever. As soon as I get a name and we're sure, like we'll have to make sure we're not gonna change our mind, then we'll announce it.
I just feel like it also is easier calling it by its name rather than Baby Clark 1,000 times.
Yeah.
Baby Clark's good, but like let's call it its actual name. Okay, has Katie had any weird cravings?
Have I?
Well,
Okay. I don't feel like I've had one specific craving. The biggest thing for me right now is I don't like eating the same thing twice. Like if I eat something one day, I can't eat it the next day. My mom always had like a specific craving, at least for the last ones that I can remember. It was like cheddar poppers and cherry Mountain Dew or like some weird combination. I haven't had anything like that. Like I just like super bland food. I eat a lot of chicken noodle soup, a lot of like
salty crackers, things like that.
Stuff like that. Not really though like, oh, I want this every day. I will say the other day I thought about my grandma's zucchini bread. I haven't had it in like years, but I thought about it. I had to text her and get the recipe and make it because it's all I've been able to think about.
I would say it's not more like cravings, but it's more like what is she in the mood to eat right now? Because she has a hard time. Like her nose is like something I've never ever experienced or been around. Like we go and she sniffs around until she finds something she likes. Because
I sound like a dog.
No, not a dog.
I sniff around.
My point is like,
like
one night Texas Roadhouse sounds amazing, one night it's awful. One night spaghetti at home's great, the other night, no way, we can't eat spaghetti. I'm so sick.
Usually it's if I eat something, I can't eat it again for a good period of time. Like I have to take a break from it.
So to answer the question, I guess there's not like some huge craving, but it's more like very inconsistent diet. It's not even by the day, it's by the hour.
It is by the hour.
So at least she's eating.
Yeah, I really have tried to put in like healthier things when I can. If I can't eat anything, I'll just try to keep anything down. But if I can, I'll try to add in a healthier like vegetable or meat or something.
I can answer this one.
Okay.
Are we having a home birth or a hospital birth? Home birth.
No, we're not. Hospital birth. All the way. Hospital birth. I feel like with our first kid especially, I'm like nervous with that So I want to be in a hospital so I can make
nervous.
sure everything
I would
goes
honestly,
good.
if people do it, that's great. I would not want that pressure. Especially, it's not like I'm so like learned in delivering babies or anything like that. So maybe I'm just more on the side of not because I've not been around it, but
with the blood clotting stuff too, it's a little more dangerous. So we're gonna do it at the hospital. Trust me, we already drove by the hospital where we're having the kid. We're already like inspecting everything. We are those first-time parents in ours.
I'll tie this in with a couple questions. Are we gonna do birth classes? I actually may take some birth classes.
We're trying to like read and research everything. There's a lot of different opinions on stuff.
In my opinion, you can't ever be too prepared.
But
Right.
we'll take any advice from you guys too.
Are we gonna do a doula or something like that? She's still deciding.
We've talked about a doula. I'm not really sure yet. Some of my sisters have used doulas. I don't know. I'm still trying to figure everything out, and it is early on, so I'm trying to like think about it before I make a decision.
Okay, this is for you.
Oh, great.
Will you have people in the hospital room with you?
Okay, this actually is a good question. Everyone tells me though, like don't answer it until you're closer to having your baby because like your opinions can change, like you get moody and all that stuff. I would like to have some of my family there, but they are in Tennessee. So I'm not sure if they'll be able to make it depending on if I go in labor myself or get induced. I have talked to some of my sisters and my mom and stuff about coming down. I don't know though, I'm kind of like nervous and there are rules like with the hospital still. I think like in some it's like one or two people can come in. So we're still deciding.
Someone asked if we are going to have the baby in New Jersey.
Yes.
I believe that's our only option. I mean, I guess you could.
Well, I'm not gonna be traveling anytime.
You can't. Yeah, you would have to go back.
You're not supposed to travel, so I'm gonna be
New
here.
Jersey. Are you wearing maternity clothes yet?
I'm not big enough like for maternity clothes yet. Like the maternity clothes don't really fit my belly, but all of my old clothes, like I can't wear any skirts because I can't zip them anymore. So I only can wear dresses and they have to be like flowy or it's just, it ain't gonna fit. So all my closet, I feel like I have no clothes. I walk in there and I have like 5 outfits that I keep rotating of what I can actually wear. We're gonna be doing lots of shopping days. I've been looking on Amazon and like all of these different places. But the problem is if I shop maternity, it doesn't fit me yet. But then if I shop clothes right now that are my size, how long is it gonna fit me? So I'm kind of in that awkward stage of, did she eat too much for lunch or is she pregnant?
Do saltine crackers help you in the mornings at all? Okay, I'll answer this one a little bit. I feel like in the beginning, she was going like all she would eat is saltine crackers and ginger ale.
Yep.
And then I don't know if her body got like used to it and it didn't help anymore.
Once I threw it up so many times, the thought of it literally just made me sick. So unless I'm eating like saltines with the chicken soup, I cannot eat them. If I think about them eating them, I instantly just like get sick just thinking about the ginger ale and the saltine crackers.
Oh.
So they did help me in the first little bit, but now it's like it's a no-go.
I'm looking for more questions. How many kids do you want to have? Do you want to have a big family? After the morning sickness, Katie's like, can we have one?
No, I do. We've talked about it. I think we've decided to pretty much have like 3 or 4. We know that we want a boy and a girl eventually, but
that would be nice. And that's like this first kid, I don't have a preference on male or female. I really don't. Now, if we have a boy, I will definitely want a girl at some point, but I mean, that's not really in our control. So whatever it is.
We're happy with whatever it is. We're just hoping for a healthy baby. We both had very different upbringings. I was used to like 20 kids. He was used to like 3. This is his side of the family's first grandkid.
That is wild.
It's a big deal. I don't really think I could handle 19 kids, but I would like a few of them. I'd like them to have siblings. I loved having siblings.
It is cool to have your own little family.
Yeah.
And they have people to grow up with and make memories with. Because even for me, like I was only 2 years apart from my brother. So like in high school, 1 or 2 years we were there together playing sports, football, things like that. So yes.
But then people that are only child are probably like, oh, like I like being an only child. So
honestly,
it just depends on what you're used to, what you want.
Right. Honestly, the only reason I would want to have a boy first, if any reason at all, is just because I feel like he could protect the other siblings. Like even like driving, he'll be the first one to drive. Like he could take.
Big sisters are protective though.
I know, I had one, so I say, yeah, actually I say that.
Big sisters are good.
Kayla, my sister, was the best. So I guess that just proves our point, like, we're good with anything.
We're excited.
This one's for you.
Okay.
Do you have a theme for our nursery?
Oh, this is for both of us.
That is currently our puppy room right now that we are gonna have to deep clean. Actually, we keep it pretty clean, so it's not bad. But
we clean it like 2 or 3 times a day.
Yeah. I feel like we have to wait to find out what it is before we really commit to a theme. But this is your ballpark. I am
looking at photos. I've been looking at Pinterest. Just us together. You have to help me. Besides, you know you're going to be doing all of the projects.
I'm down.
We got a baby mattress in the other day.
We did get a baby mattress in, and we're getting some clothes in. She's ordering stuff. My family's ordering stuff. This kid is going to be spoiled. Like, I'm so pumped, honestly. It's crazy. The more and more doctor visits we go to, this is kind of a rabbit trail, but yesterday we had a doctor's visit and we actually heard the heartbeat for the first time.
Yeah.
The other times we saw
the heartbeat and they measured it, but we didn't get to hear it.
And I didn't realize we wouldn't be hearing it. And yesterday, all of a sudden, just out of the blue, she's like, "Oh, I'm gonna listen for your heartbeat," and we both were like,
"It was like the sweetest thing ever."
So she played it. It was so cool. But no, we're just both super pumped. And it sounds cliche when you say you want a healthy baby, like, but genuinely, we both do, and are praying that it's just healthy and no complications with her.
Doctor's visits are like, we look forward to them. We just go in, and when they say everything looks good, it's just like the best day ever. I feel like we have to go out and celebrate every time because it just makes our day.
It's definitely a new type of like
joy.
Joy, love. It's honestly gonna be, this is probably gonna be nothing compared to when it's actually born. But honestly, like, it's so weird.
Like there's a tiny human
knowing there's our baby in there. But mind-blowing.
It's starting to feel more real, I will say. Like at first, like you know it, but now that like we're seeing ultrasounds, it's moving. Last time we went to the ultrasound, it was sucking its fingers and like rolling around kicking. And that's like, okay, that's crazy. Like it's actually a baby in there.
Everyone goes, "Are you guys ready to be parents?" I'm like,
I don't think anybody's ever
I'm not
ready.
really ready. I got 6 months to be ready. We're just gonna take it one day at a time. Learn. I'm super excited. We're both super pumped. But we appreciate you guys asking these questions, following along with our story. If anything happens, changes, we'll be sure to keep you updated.